Good Monday morning of the first week of Advent. I'm way behind. I should have done this a week ago. I just realized I didn't do them. All right. I got fans, in Alaska that they stay on top. If this thing couldn't come out, I'd be hearing from my gang from North Pole. Anyway, they're my good friends. And they keep me honest. Whatever. But, I'll tell you the gospel today. In the first week, okay, so it's the Monday of the first week of Advent as we prepare now for Christmas, and this is one of the best times of the year, I think, both because of the secular world, Santa Claus, the generosity. It's a time of almost consummate generosity. They don't call it Black Monday or Tuesday or Black Sunday or any of that stuff. It means that we're going into the black. We're making money. The companies are making a fortune because of the Christmas spending. People, as they buy their gifts, the most generous time of the year. One thing I miss a little bit. It's a 2-minute things here, but I rarely miss New York. Very rare. I don't want to ever go back. I don't even want to be buried there. But I have to say, you want to see excitement, be there after Thanksgiving until Christmas, especially on the main avenues in Manhattan. 5th Avenue, 3rd. Wow. It is, they write songs about it. It is absolutely exciting. That's really the truth. And I remember I've been lived there in 55 years, but I doubt it changed. If anything, it probably became more exciting. So it's an exciting time of the year. It is. And we launch it right after Thanksgiving. You can feel it in the air. I can too. The hardest part for me in many 55 years ago was I didn't have a buck in my pocket. We were living monastically with full tilt. Hence, I could go by Macy's and all the different stores and all the things, even if they were having a grand pre-Christmas sale. It didn't make any difference to me. I didn't have a nickel to my name, literally. And it's the truth. Now I do. And I do enjoy Christmas shopping for my friends and my family, people I care deeply about. And I see gifts as sacraments. They're symbols and active symbols of our love for another person. So when you give a gift, you're giving something of your heart. It's symbolic. It's a sacrament. It makes present your heart to that person, the beloved. That's really true. It's more than a gift. It's the gift of yourself in symbolic form. That's why I take Christmas gift and giving very, very seriously. Because I want to tell the person to whom I give the gift that I love them. And it's some kind of just an exchange. It's because I love them, and the gift contains that symbolization of my heart. I give it through the heart and from the heart. That's the truth, and I hope most of you do the same. It's not fulfilling an obligation. It's fulfilling a desire to give oneself in symbolic sacramental form to someone else. It's very, very special. Maybe in that way, I know for myself, only those years of my life were, in some ways, my monastic years. I've talked to other guys about it, and they said the same thing. The reason is when you get to the holidays, while we celebrated them, certainly sacramentally and all the rest, and we had wonderful communities, but we didn't have somebody special to give a gift to. See, that was the thing. You felt the loneliness of celibacy. You didn't have a beloved. You didn't have children. You didn't have someone for whom the gift was a sacrament of one's really unqualified love for that particular person in a way that is absolutely special. Fortunately, yes, I've lived out here in the Midwest and been, on my own for 50-something years. I have such deep, close friends that I do have and I do share in that gift giving. And of course, my own family at home, Pete and Carol and Michelle, their children, etc. Yeah. I have friends. I have wonderful, wonderful friends there for whom Christmas is a time for gift giving, sharing the intimacy of love shared over many, many, many years of friendship, the intimacy of friendship itself. Okay? That's the truth. I don't know why I got into this thing, because it's nothing to do with the readings. But I hope, as you begin, in a sense, the Advent into Christmas, this is the first week of Advent, as you enter into the adventure, as it were. I heard a pastor use that today. That was very well put, the adventure of love in the symbolic form of gift giving. I hope you find deep pleasure in it, and both in the giving and in the receiving. That it is primarily special for you. It's a special time, and I hope it is for you. A lot of people get engaged at this time, They get engaged to be married. It's a special time because there's such a powerful anticipation of Christmas Day. All that it signifies, the birth of Christ and the coming of Santa Claus for the children. My Uncle Rudy was a Santa Claus. He wasn't my real uncle, but he was Uncle Rudy on the street. And I remember I caught him one time, but it was Santa Claus. He came to the house. I was supposed to be sleeping, and I was awake. And I saw the real Santa Claus come. Sounded just like Uncle Rudy. That's a true story. What was I, about 19 years old? I was about 7 or 8, whatever. I joke with my kids in class that I was around 19 or 18 or 19, whatever. See, it's a special time of year. It's a very, very special time of year. And I hope you have loved ones, whether family or friends, with whom you can share the joy of Christmas, that you don't feel alone in it, that rather you feel in the communion of love with each other, the family, our friends. Yeah. And that it is a pleasurable journey together, these holidays, this anticipation. You should have seen, let me tell you one more story. No one will ever tell you this story. My classmates and I would have so much fun at times, especially Bob Geary. I don't know if he's still alive. He left the outfit, 60 years ago. We were in student life together. And I think he left roughly 4 or 5 years before ordination. Anyway, Bob was a scooch. He was a fun guy. And we had to be in New York, so we went to Macy's or something. And we went and visited Santa Claus. And as I remember it, we made sure no children were around at the given moment. He went and sat on Santa Claus's lap. Now he's 28 years old, 25 years old. Yeah, and he had this kind of boyish smile. And you had to see it. Yeah. We found ways without $1 in our pocket, let alone a nickel, to have fun. We found joy as the monks together. Though we didn't have gifts to give, we still had fun together as a class, our class especially. We were very diverse, but at the same time, we were very close to each other in many ways. That's the truth. And I miss them. Some are dead. Some left and got married, before we got ordained. Some left after. But for a stretch of years, 10 years roughly in formation, we were friends together. And one of the things I really enjoyed was playing hockey. I skated. Somebody described me as skating like a paraplegic, but we won't go into that. But we played hockey during the winter months. We would rent a rink and go out there and beat ourselves to death playing hockey. And it's funny, I remember the winters and some of the fun we had, and especially Christmas, even though it was the loneliest time, because we really didn't have anyone to give a gift to. We really didn't. Not from the heart. But we loved the time and the time together. Just got to picture Bob Geary sitting on the Santa Claus's lap, a 27-year-old guy, 26 years, with a sheepish look in his face. You had to see it. And the Santa Claus went along with it. He knew we were scooching. That's Italian for fooling around in a nice way, not hurting anybody. We wouldn't have done it if there were children around, because it would be scandalous. But there were no kids, and so we had a grand time. There's a long time ago. I would say around 1964, 60 years ago, a long time ago. And it's a true story. Anyway, I never got to the scriptures, I hope. Anyway, in the reading today, the gospel, he cures a paralyzed man. And I hope Christmas brings the kind of joy in your home and in your heart that frees you from any bad relationships or anything that makes you sad. I hope you're free to become joyous. I'm not paralyzed by past faults or sins, whether yours or someone who did it to you, but through self-forgiveness and the forgiveness of others, to be free of the paralysis of sin. And that's the truth.